Every day we stray further from God. And while we stray further from God, we're getting numb because we don't care what happens on social media because so much happens. And with that video being said, yes, this video is about, well, how do I put it? Thank you, Bonnie Blue, for existing, for breathing, for doing what you do, because otherwise I wouldn't have something to yap about. And that's exactly what this video is all about. Because how do people, how are they able to live with themselves after like doing like one of the worst things imaginable to your body? I mean, how are, how is it that you don't respect yourself at all? And that's why a father figure is so essential in a daughter's life, even in a boy's life, in everybody. A father figure is essential. Otherwise, you end up like Bonnie Boo or like one of the mentally ill people. So, yeah, I want to show you. She was arrested in Bali. She faces up to 15 years or a 200,000 fine. We'll get into that later. And yeah, I mean, like she done some stuff that we probably all heard about. So with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Have fun.
First, Bonnie Blue, the porn star famous for betting 1,000 men in one day, faces 15 years jail after being arrested in Bali. She arrived on the Indonesian island at the start of schoolies and made no attempt to hide her intentions.
So I'm sorry, I'll go back a little bit, just a little bit. Ah, that was a fail.
Indonesian island, porn star famous for betting 1,000 men in one day.
That's what she's probably known for, and that's how everybody knows her. I have nothing to say really. I'm just disgusted. I'm just like, I mean, like, thank you for existing. Thank you for like making that content so I can wake people up. And I mean, like in the end, yeah, people do everything for money, and that, and even the more worst thing is people spend money on it. Just like, let's put it that way. I'll resume the video in a bit. Just put it that way. Imagine you're the thousandth guy who dipped in her. Imagine that standing in line for 12 hours just so you can finally hit. That guy is, his self-worth is like below of the below. Couldn't even find that if you search for it. It's microscopic area. What the hell is that? And shout out to the Sky News Australia. Shout out to them because like for like a few years now, they report only good content. Better content than Fox News, BBC, and all the US bought medias.
Faces 15 years jail after being arrested. First, Bonnie Blue, the porn star famous for betting 1,000 men in one day, faces 15 years jail after being arrested in Bali. She arrived on the Indonesian island at the start of schoolies and made no attempt to hide her intentions.
At the start of school, made no attempts to hide her intentions. I read somewhere that she drove around in a bus, like that Biba Boo bus that we all know, unfortunately, that drives around LA. Not LA, Miami, probably LA too. Who knows, man? Probably everywhere. There's probably a UK version of it, probably an Indian version of it. I mean, what the hell? So I guess, but like you heard about that YouTuber Vitality who faces 24 years. I think has already been sentenced. Why are you doing these kind of things in Asian country? You know exactly how they deal with it, how they deal with disrespect, misogyny, how they deal with porn and drugs. You know how they deal with these three type of things. You know, why are you going there to disrespect for intimacy and for drugs? These three things are the reason you end up throwing your life away in an Asian country. That's the only, why would you do that? There's no logical reason.
Those that are going to schoolies and to those that are barely legal, cannot wait to meet you. And I'm in Bali, so you know exactly what that means.
There's just no words, bro. Rot in jail. Rot in jail. Or like just go to a psychiatry. Send her to a closed facility. What is that? I'm crossing my fingers and hand to my heart. What is that? I got back thinking about what video I should do. Then I saw this kind of news 13 hours ago. I'm so stoked to see what the comments think.
She has since been arrested along with 17 men while allegedly filming content. Now, as you can see, the men, 15 of whom were Australian, weren't too keen to show their faces.
Bro, what kind of no life do you have to be? I mean, like, how low is your self-esteem? Australia, they followed her from probably Australia. She's Australian girl.
Can't imagine why. It's being reported that Bonnie Blue may be prosecuted for allegedly breaching Indonesia's morality laws.
See exactly what I mean? See exactly what I mean? That's the kind of thing. Drugs, morality, and disrespect. Why would you do that? I'm talking to you, Bonnie Blue. Maybe you see that video one day. Why? You're making millions with controversial stuff. I mean, like, yeah, I get it. Do that. But why risk it? Okay, but there's a lot of people with addiction that money doesn't really satisfy them. So they need more. We've seen that with a lot of people who pursue their sexual drive. Yeah. Hide your face, boy. Hide your face. Oh,
If found guilty, she faces a fine of more than $500,000 and a prison sentence long enough to make her.
and I read somewhere that it's or. I mean, like 15 years or 250K. Now they're saying it's end, like 15 years end. Keep her. Keep her.
Rethink her career choices. Then again,
Career choices.
So if I had my way, I would like criminalize most of what you do, and you wouldn't have all this money, right? So obviously on a personal
Probably doing
level,
gangbangs in prison.
She has no soul. That's my academical conclusion. She has no soul. It's just it's honestly. Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. I don't care if this video will be longer than intended, but it's honestly hard to watch. You believe me? It's hard to hear that. To imagine like there's a transgender rumor that she was a man before. Man, we don't know. Like with Michelle Obama. But imagine like I mean like the parents must have really messed up. The parents must have really messed up. But I'm thinking about like her father or his father. Like damn, bro, you see your product being railed online, in jail, in different countries by different ethnic. What is that? Disown and throw away. I'm sorry, guys. Let's get into it.
Blue was banned from Australia last year after inviting barely of age
She was
celebrities
banned.
to have sex with her so she could post the footage online
I mean,
for
like,
money. Indonesia, no.
fair. That's cool that she was banned. I like that. But, huh? I didn't know that. Man, I'm hearing a lot of new stuff.
Too impressed, Freya, and why would they be?
Well, I think it's so funny how Westerners go to Bali and they forget that Indonesia is 87% Muslim. And in 2022, they enacted morality laws based around Islamic values that ban even things like sleeping with people outside of marriage, cohabitation before marriage, let alone what Bonnie Blue is doing, which is full-scale pornography production, and she's advertising it. So I can see why the
We can all see why. Yeah, they're chasing a different rush, not the sex, not the drugs, not the money. They're chasing the adrenaline of doing it in places where it's forbidden. That's basically it.
Indonesian government was not too happy about that. I
Of
think she
course.
was completely naive and foolish to think she would be able to do that. But in many ways, Bonnie Blue is the end result of the sexual revolution. Sex has become just an act like any other. It has been turned into a commodity that you can buy and sell, and there is no moral value attached to it anymore. So are we really surprised? No. Do I support Islamic morality laws? No. But am I happy that someone's finally standing up to Bonnie Blue? Yeah.
So you'd like.
I like her. I like her. I agree. I mean, like, yeah, the rules there are like, I have to say, some of them are really harsh. Even the ones connecting to substances and illegal activities. Some of them are really harsh, but I get it. I really do. It's a different culture. I was not raised in that culture, so I can't really speak about it. But I understand the reasoning behind it. I completely do. And if you know it, there was like a German YouTuber, I think he was caught, Simon Deluxe, I think. He was caught in Dubai with like 30 grams, 50 grams of white powder. So, and he knew, I mean, like, why would you do that in Dubai? Why? Go back home. Like, I really don't get it, man. I like some of my stuff as well, but I would never, ever take that with me across the border. Why? And like, she's doing it publicly. Imagine, like, yeah, I don't do it at all, of course, but if you're gonna do it, I mean, like, I can't prevent nobody from doing something. So if you're gonna do it, post afterwards and then we'll go back into the country. I don't know, dude. But you advertising, I mean, like, yeah, she needs clients. And it would have it would have gone viral anyway.
To see her in the slammer?
I think it'd be pretty funny, and I think it would deter copycats. Because that's the other problem.
Yeah,
All of these young girls are now seeing how much attention she gets,
yeah.
and we're giving her attention right now, which is frustrating, but she makes headlines because she is so extreme. So people have to know this is not okay.
But she could.
Give her a raise. It's a. That's why I want to use my influence, my possible reach, sometimes to do good. That's just something that I'm not willing to do, and in no circumstances. She's a role model, and she's not aware of her role and her responsibilities and her tasks, and she's getting praised by everybody, like almost. Otherwise, she wouldn't have gotten like that much attention and fame and media and money and whatever. Otherwise, that wouldn't have happened.
She could do it somewhere else where she's not going to get arrested, right? Which is what she should have done in the first place. I'd make 2 points.
One is Bali should probably understand who its clientele are. So if you're going around making laws saying that you can't shag people you're not married to, I mean, what do you think people go to Bali for?
But that's not the law. The law is you can't produce pornographic material. There's a big difference.
Yeah, no, but there are other rules around sex as well. But the other point is, if you go to a foreign country, you play by a foreign country's rules.
Preach.
You know?
Amen. Case closed. It's not your country.
Chappelle Corby, the Bali Nine. I mean, the Bali Nine I always found so strange because Australians were so upset about it, and these men could face the firing squad and the death penalty. Of course, some of them have indeed. And it was all, woe is us, how could this possibly happen? But like if you try to run drugs into a country where that's what they do to people who run drugs, you know the risk you're taking, don't you? Just as if you go to a country where it is illegal to make pornography, surely you know you are running the risk of ending up in jail.
She not only knew the risk, because don't forget she'd been deported from Fiji as well. Now, Fiji's not an Islam.
What other countries she can go to? Australia? Probably Bali will ban her too. If she doesn't go to jail, even if she goes to jail, they will ban her. And now that.
Nation, but they also deported her on public morality grounds. So she knew very well going to Indonesia this was going to be a problem. And yet she posted on social media, as we saw, advertising what she was doing. So this is just flagrantly throwing it in the face of a...
Yeah, that's rubbing it in their face and being proud of it. And if it backfires, it's your fault.
Authorities and dare them to take the kind of action they have taken. I think she should be jailed for this. You can't literally go into countries boasting about how I am arriving here, I will break your laws, and then complain when they hold you to account.
I suspect she probably won't be. I mean, they'll let her go and tear up her visa and say you can't come back for 10 years or something.
Something like that, probably, because she will pay a lot of money, and they will raise her bail, like the fine. I mean, I'm sorry, they will raise the fine and probably say, yeah, you keep on paying us, not like an extortion kind of thing, but like, yeah, we raised this thing to like $1 million. That's a lot, and she really can afford that.
Like that, but you know,
unfortunately,
once she got the publicity out of it, we've talked about it. What more could she ask for?
The one punishment the Balinese government should enforce on everyone involved in this is they need to publish the names and photos of all the men that they caught producing the material.
She a G. She a real one. Bro, for real. I haven't even thought about that, man. Make that public. Every immigrant who's being caught in a lawsuit and faces public humiliation, they never show the face of their nationality, and like people know what we're dealing with and who we're dealing with, but they refuse to show it. Humiliate them publicly.
With Bonnie Blue, I think that would be punishment enough.
That's unfair.
And you could very quickly deter anyone else from participating in Bonnie Blue's antics.
But that's getting a bit Puritan, isn't it? That you should be.
Man.
You should have your name published because you had sex with a woman.
No, but aren't they cooperating in the production of pornography as well?
Yeah.
And they're being investigated for violating the law.
Yeah, we should note those men were arrested but then let go. They might be brought in for questioning later, but at the moment it's only Bonnie Blue who's believed to be facing criminal charge.
I suspect when they get their hands back on their passports, they'll be out of Bali quick, smart, and maybe next time take a holiday in Australia instead. You know, go.
She can't. That's why I wanna go to that little bit. She has broken her silence with a 5-word message following her arrest in Bali on suspicion of breaking local morality laws. Here, the 26-year-old Briton. Oh, she's Brit. All right. Didn't know that. Could face up to 15 years in jail or, see the key word here? Or a 207,000 fine over alleged pornography offenses. And let's be honest, Made millions. She made millions. Oh, made millions with a corner with a big. So what is 270,000? What is 270,000? Can you guys tell me? It's probably not a lot. We'll see how the situation evolves. I'm all in for the ride. So we'll see. Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notification. We all gotta say it. And with that being said, see you later.